Welcome back, Frac Crew. It's Frac Daddy Barbecue. Guys, today we are going to be doing us homemade pork carnitas inside. A couple weeks ago, I challenged Phil from Daddy Cooks to a carnitas cook-off. You know what? Phil did his rendition of them, and I tell you what, they turned out killer. But you know what? The Frac Crew is stepping the game up. So, come in here. We're going to show you how we're going to do our pork carnitas. And do me a favor, we're going to leave a link to Daddy Cook so you can go over there, check his video out, and you can see the difference on what we do and the differences in the cooks. So let's get this video started. I'm going to show you everything that we're going to need. So traditionally, carnitas are done in a copper pot outside, but since we don't have one, we're going to be using our trusty cast iron pot. So here on the stovetop, on a medium heat, I've got 1.5 pounds of lard. That's traditionally how you cook pork carnitas, is in lard. Let's talk meat, guys. I went to my local HEB, and here they have a bag of carnitas, or a package of carnitas already done up for you. This one is about 2.2 pounds, and our other one is just 1.18 pounds. So that's going to give us about 3.5 pounds of pork carnitas, which will be cooked. We've had our lard coming up to temperature, and I've checked it with a wooden spoon. So we're going to start adding. We're going to start adding our pork, and we've had it on about a medium to high heat. Let's just start adding our meat, and I'll tell you the next step. So now that we have our pork in our lard, the first step, what we have to do is we're just going to let it be for a half hour, and then after the half hour, we're going to turn it, and then we're going to do it again for another half hour. So after the first half hour, we'll bring you back and we'll show you how the pork is looking. Now that it's been 30 minutes, we're going to come in here and we're going to stir it, and hopefully we have a beautiful golden brown on our meat. Not like I wanted, but you know what? We still have us another half hour that we're going to let this fry before we add our next ingredients. It's been exactly 30 minutes, and I tell you what, they have gotten the beautiful golden brown that I want. Melissa, come take a look. Look at how beautiful golden brown those are. So now we're going to add our other ingredients that we need. 1 tablespoon of salt to this, because pork needs salt. Maybe we'll add another half. I have a half of an onion and 4 cloves of garlic. Stir this in. Now the kicker. 1 orange that I cut up. Oh, can you smell the garlic and the onions, babe?
Oh yeah, right away. So fragrant.
Now we have 1/3 cup of orange juice.
Freshly squeezed.
Freshly squeezed, that's right. Let me give this a stir. So to make this even more authentic, I went to my local Mexican restaurant that Melissa and I both really like to eat at, and I got us a Mexican Coca-Cola. Guys, there is a big difference between American Coca-Cola and Mexican Coca-Cola. American Coca-Cola has a high fructose. This has authentic sugarcane, which is extra sweet and extra tasty. So we're going to put about a cup of this in there. 1 cup of Mexican Coke. I know this sounds weird, guys, adding liquid into grease, but it just works. So now we're going to let this simmer for at least 45 minutes to an hour till fork tender. Our carnitas have been cooking for an additional 35 minutes. I took one out of the pot to see how tender they were, and they're getting very tender on how we like. So what we're going to do, we're going to take these out. We're going to put them on a paper towel so we can drain some of the fat. That way they do not continue to cook and burn. So here we got some homemade corn tortillas. Felt like going over extra with these homemade carnitas and make them that much better. So I'm gonna put them on my comal, cook them up, and then we're gonna assemble some delicious tacos. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys how I like to cut up my meat for my tacos while my homemade corn tortillas are cooking. So excuse the noise. Oh yeah, these are nice and tender. They got a nice crust on the outside from the caramelization from the sugars from your Coke. So don't be alarmed, they are perfectly fine. Plus, this is always a good excuse to use my meat cleaver from Wusthof. I absolutely love this thing. So now that we got these chopped up, I'm gonna add just a little bit of salt, because now that it's cut open, you're gonna salt the inside. It's gonna make it that much better. Now let's assemble some tacos. Babe, how do these look?
They look amazing.
So don't be shy. Load your tacos up, because these are homemade tacos. You worked so hard to get to this point. So reward yourself with a nice fat taco.
And these plates are awesome.
Thanks to our friend Cass and her husband in Arizona. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take, which I like to do, I'm gonna take some onion, because I feel like authentic tacos need some onion. Now, very little cilantro, because I like just a little bit of cilantro.
But not a lot of it.
Exactly. Now, the feast resistance, my homemade salsa. This is a salsa that Melissa and I made today. It just turned out absolutely amazing. We'll leave in our description box on how we made it. We'll also post a video on how we did this. So Melissa, how would you say this salsa turned out today?
Ooh, it's spicy, but in a good way.
That's right. So let's put some of this on our taco. Ooh, it's gonna be, as they say, that's a spicy.
It's a spicy taco.
That's right. So the moment I've been waiting for, I finally get to taste my hard work that I put into these wonderful tacos, my homemade tortillas, and my salsa all coming together. So let's give this a final taste test. Pick up a taco. Look at that, guys. Doesn't that look good? I'm gonna have to say, the salsa with these carnitas pairs perfectly. The fresh onion, the cilantro, absolutely amazing. I also want to give a shout out to Phil. Say, brother, I appreciate you taking me up on this challenge. I had an absolute blast doing these tacos. Hope you and your family are doing well. Guys, also don't forget, go check out my new Facebook page, Frac Daddy Barbecue Facebook page. Also check us out on Instagram. And guys, make sure you smash that like button, hit that thumbs up, ring that notification bell, so you guys can see when we do more awesome tacos. So until next Taco Tuesday, or whenever you see us again, you guys be safe. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.